Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to another episode of this series. Okay. We finished all these, set 1, 2, and 3 of variable, operator, and expressions. And now we're on to flow of control. We're going to start right at set 1. And we're going to get through as many of these as we can. And I'm probably going to stop the video based on a time limit rather than a certain number. I predict we'll get somewhere till about 7. We'll see. Alright, labs. So did vars set 1, set 2, set 3. We're going to make a folder called FOC, flow of control. Don't get that confused. That's something else. There's 3 of them. So we'll do set 1, stick to our little naming standard. And then we'll go into FOC set 1. And just open up Visual Studio Code on this folder, I suppose. So of course we are using Cygwin as our terminal. And here we are. Let's see, we're going to do a new file. And of course we want a main before we even get started. So I'm just going to hit save on this. This is one on plain text. See if the save even works. Okay. You never know about these save commands on the program. Sometimes they throw random extension names on it. But looks like it didn't on that. Okay, so and of course a make file like we did on last episode. No flags necessary, and we'll just run it after we build it. So that way we can just type make. And in our main, I don't know, we'll see what we need. Of course, we are going to need IO stream to do the input, output, and then we're going to need a main that returns a 0 at the end. That's pretty standard setup for any given program. You need an input or a entry area. Alright, let's do question 1. Any integer is input by the user. Write a program to find out whether it is an odd number or an even number. Okay. So we'll cin a number, int a number. We'll start it out as 0. So we'll have we should probably tell them what we're doing. We'll have the user enter a number. Okay, so we just want to determine if it's even or odd. So we'll say if a number mod 2 is equal to 0, this means that there's no remainder left over after dividing by, then it is even. Else, well, we could say if it's not equal to 0, but that's the only other case. It's either equal to 0 or not. So else, it is odd. Let's go ahead and run this. And just confirm that it works. Enter a number. That's probably too big. Alright, but let's say it ends in a 4. So it's obviously even. And I just got odd. What? Maybe that number's too big. So I may have overflowed an integer with this number, and that's why it probably came up with an odd result. Not really sure. Let's just do this and see what happens. Yeah, that's probably what happened. So what I should be doing is checking limits and making sure the user entered in an actual integer and not something invalid like a, I don't know, what is this, a long integer? It just overflows the bytes, so that's why you get an incorrect answer. So those are the things you got to watch out for when programming, is just make sure the input is something you can actually work with. Alright, so there you go, there's the solution there. I don't know if anyone actually wants this code. It's simple enough that I don't think so, and it's kind of in this, if you click this little solution, you get their version of it. But it's a way that I can kind of confirm it works. Okay, find the absolute value of a number entered by the user. So we can do this with the math library, CMath, I think. There's cmath and math.h, I think. Yeah, I don't know what the difference is exactly. Let's just do cmath. I think they're approximately the same. A number, any number. It doesn't really say what type, so maybe it's a float, maybe it's a double, maybe it's an integer. We'll assume integer. That way we can just use this again. So we'll uncomment that, and we'll just have this up at the top so we can get in a number. Okay, so if, let's see, absolute value. Absolute value of number. We'll start it out as 0, and we'll just say abs of number equals abs of whatever. I don't know what I just pressed, but apparently I opened another Visual Studio thing window. So there we go. Abs comes from the CMath library, or actually comes from standard lib. So you can right click on these and go to definition or press F12 and see where it comes from, and this will often take you into the header it's in. Looks like this actually comes from C standard lib, not CMath. It might be included through CMath anyway. I don't know, we can find out. Abs is, and we'll just put out the number. And I suppose we want a new line here. Okay, so let's run this and just make sure it actually works. Yeah, it doesn't complain, so CMath seems to work. CMath must include C standard library, I'm guessing. Enter any number. Let's do -50, and the absolute value of -50 is 50. Now this is more likely wanting a double, because they don't mention anything about what type of number, so you would assume that just a legal number like this will be fine. And there's the absolute value of it. It's just can only be positive, of course. It's the definition of the absolute value. Okay, write a program to calculate the total expenses. Quality and price per item are input by the user. Discount of 10% is offered if the expense is more than 5K. Alright, very good. So let's comment out this. I'm actually going to just put this down here. A little cleanup that I don't really need to include in the video. Total expenses. Item item cost. So we'll prompt for item cost. Item cost. Oh, of course, got to declare our little thing up there. Float, or we need an integer for the amount. Actually, we don't want an integer. We want an unsigned integer, and this float. Well, I don't know. I'm not going to get too technical. We'll just keep it simple. Item count, and then we'll do a const discount. Actually, okay, we'd multiply it by 0.9 to get a 10% discount. I'm just going to say discount mult for discount multiplier at 5K. And that should take care of it. So we got the item cost in. Let's just duplicate this, and we want the item count. And we'll just take an item count here. And then down here we'll handle the logic. We'll say if item cost times item count is greater than 5,000, we should make this a constant. I guess we want to float discount level. I guess we'll call it discount level. It's going to be 5,000. We should put it at F here. And that way we can just change it if we want. Like if you say, we're having a deal today, now you only need to buy over 1,000, you could just change this temporarily. And that way you don't have to go modify the same number all over your code. So that's the point of these constants. And there we go. Item cost times item count is greater than discount level. Then we're going to say, I don't know, we could take another variable to hold the result. We'll do that. Float result or final cost after discount started out as 0. And so in this case, it's going to be this times discount multiplier. I'm going to name this multiplier. Okay, spelling. So rather than at 5K, because the 5K is this discount level, is kind of becomes a little redundant and weird at that point. All right, so there we go. And anything else? Yes, of course. What if they don't have the discount price? Then it's just this, you know, standard, no discount price. Parentheses here are actually optional. And then at the end, we'll just see out it. Final cost. We could also give them a little notice in here, like, you get a discount. And yeah, final cost. New line here. That should take care of it. We'll just do a make here, do a quick calculation. Say we're buying, I don't know, a big stack of laptops, and we're spending like 10 grand. Spending 10 grand. And, oh wait, I'm doing this wrong. Okay, pretend we're buying, I don't know, a bunch of cars, and they're 10 grand each, and we're going to flip them for 12K. So we're making money, or something like that, hypothetically. And how many of them we're getting? We're getting 10. So we get a discount. We end up paying $90,000 for that. All right. So let's do a more realistic example. Say you're buying some school books. Maybe they're each $150. And if you spend enough at the bookstore, you get a discount or something. And you're buying 6 books, so it ends up being $900, no discount. But if we change this discount level to, I don't know, like spend more than $50 and get 10% off your entire purchase, hooray, then it would be something like this. Save $90 there. Okay, well, that's really all I have time for in this episode. We got through 3 questions. Hope this helps you out, and stick around for more. I'll be going through these. Hopefully I can post one a day or every other day or so, and I'd like to get through every single one of these. So this is going to be kind of a long, I guess it's not that long. I mean, once we get to these, a lot of these are just single projects. That's not, I don't know. That's not, I don't know. We'll see. All right, peace out, you guys.